Namaste dosto. Welcome to my YouTube channel called IVD Manufacturing. So today we'll be discussing as to what is the condition for manufacturing license or loan license as per Indian CDSCO MDR 2017. So my friends, in the previous lecture we have discussed as to what are the steps and the methodology by which a manufacturer can get the manufacturing license as per their classification of the medical devices. So now in this lecture we'll be talking as to how to comply the requirement once the license is been granted by the CDSCO as per the category of the medical devices. So after the grant of a license on loan license in Form MD 5, 6, 9 and 10, the license holder shall comply with the following condition. First of all, they need to produce this license requested by the medical device officer or any other senior officer under the control of CLA or SLA in following cases. What are those cases? The license holder shall inform the SLA or CLA only during the occurrence of any suspected unexpected serious adverse event and action thereon, including any recall within 15 days of such event coming to the notice of license holder. So as a manufacturer, if we have the license for manufacturing either class A, B, C or D, so whenever we place our product into the market, if there is any serious adverse event which is going to be happen, we need to inform to the respective designated officers under the CLA or the SLA. The license holder shall obtain prior approval from the CLA or the SLA before any major change as specified in said schedule is carried out, and the CLA or the SLA shall indicate its approval or rejection within 45 days in case when no communication is received within the stipulated time from such authority, such change will deemed to have been approved. So friends, आपने नोटिस किया होगा जब भी लाइसेंस जब ग्रांट होता है टू मैन्युफैक्चर इधर क्लास ए बी सी और डी, सो कभी कभी देयर आर सर्टेन रिक्वायरमेंट्स फॉर विच वी नीड टू फाइल द एंडोर्समेंट. For example, let's say I got the license for my HIV RT-PCR kits. Now, after placing my product into the market, I noticed that I need to make certain changes either in the IFU. These changes could be either the minor or the major based on the functionality of the product. So, before I make any changes, I need to get the approval from the CDSCO before I place my another revision of product into the market. So what happens? You need to inform to the CLA or SLA when there is a major change in your product as per the 6th schedule, and CLA or SLA will be reverting against your endorsement form within the 45 days. If they are not going to revert, it means the changes have been granted and deemed to be approved. The license holder shall inform any minor changes as specified in 6th schedule to the CLA or SLA within a period of 30 days after such minor change take place. So in case of major change, 45 days, whereas in case of minor change, it's 30 days. The license holder shall carry out test of each batch of a product manufactured prior to its release for compliance with the specification either in his own laboratory or any other laboratory registered under sub rule 3 of rule 83. So usually what happens, my friends, whenever you produce any batch of a particular medical device or the IVD, you must be knowing there are different types of QC checks which are performed. For example, incoming QC, in process QC, then the finished good QC, FPQC. So there is a requirement by the Indian CDSCO that whenever you place or release your product into the market, you need to do this certain kind of QC, and you need to publish a kind of report which can be called as COA, the Certificate of Analysis. The license holder shall on been informed by the CLA or SLA that any part of any lot of medical devices has been found not conforming with the provisions specified under the Act are been directed so to by such license authority withdraw the remainder of that lot from sale so far may in particular circumstances of the cases be practical recall the issue already made from that lot. So let's say you have placed your product into the market, but you are also subjecting a certain portion of that lot under your QC for various studies. Let's say the stability studies. So during the study you notice that the product is not complying with the intended use claim in the IFU. So in that case, what you need to do, you need to recall that product immediately from the market by informing the CDSCO. 7. The license holder shall maintain an audit or inspection book in Form MD11 to enable the notified body or the medical device officer to record his observation and non-conformity. So this is very simple to understand, my friends. The license holder shall maintain at least 1 unit of sample from each batch of invasive medical devices and in vitro diagnostic medical devices manufactured for reference purpose for a period of 180 days after date of expiry of each such batches. So usually आपने notice किया होगा कि जब भी हम SOP frame करते हैं in our company, so there is a debatable question as to how many retention kits shall we keep into our unit, within our unit, within our premises. Okay. So CDSCO has clearly defined that we need to maintain at least 1 unit of each sample of each batch. So they are telling that at least you need to put 1 unit and it can go more than 1, and you same you need to maintain QMS record. So if I am making an RT-PCR kit, so in one kit will be comprising of multiple components. It could be the master mix or various such components, right? So you need to keep a 1 tube of each those component as well as along with the kit, and it can go more than 1 kit as well. But you need to keep at least for 180 days, my friends, right? Means for how many months? For 6 months minimum after the expiry. The license holder shall maintain the records of manufacturing and sale which shall be open to inspection by the medical device officer. So you need to maintain a record. This record could be either the BMR or the BPR. When I say BPR, it's a batch packing record. When I say BMR, it could be the batch manufacturing record. So this all record will be under the vigilance during the audit by the medical device officer. The medical device which offered for sale shall accompany by either its package insert or user manual wherever applicable, my friends. Right? Point number 6. So the manufacturing or testing activity of the medical devices shall be undertaken only under the detection and supervision of the competent technical staff. So any manufacturer who are making a certain medical devices, those devices should be performed under the competent person, either being at production level or being at the QC level. If a manufacturer has stopped the manufacturing activity or closed the site for a period of 30 days or more, then the same shall be intimated to the CLA or the SLA as the case may be. So I hope this is very clear and very practical to understand, right? 27. Change in the constitution. In case of a change in constitution of a licensee after the grant of a license under Sub-Rule 4 of Rule 20 or Sub-Rule 6 of Rule 20, the manufacturer inform the CLA or the SLA within the 45 days and shall make an application under Sub-Rule 1 of Rule 20, Sub-Rule 1 of Rule 21, as may be the case for the grant of a license within the period of 180 days from the date of such change in the Constitution. So the condition is that the existing license shall be valid until the fresh license is issued or the application is rejected by the CLA or the SLA, right? So now you understand that, so whenever there is a change in constitution, what you need to do. 28. Unannounced inspection by the CLA. This is very surprising. The CLA shall, in case where license has been granted for manufacturing class A or P under Rule 20, for the cause and inspection of a manufacturing site to be carried by the medical device officer on the random basis, and such inspection shall not less than 2% of the total audit carried out by the notified body within the state for the class of the devices. So I hope you must have enjoyed my today's lecture. Please do like my video, comment on my video and share in your valuable network. Till then, take care. Bye bye.